So we're looking at your three story ideas, and you're going to pick one of them. You may change it down the road once you decide you start working on it, but for now, you're going to be looking at one of your ideas. Once you figure out which one you're going to do, then you're going to find the script. You're going to find the text for this story. So you can search online. So I'm Three Little Pigs. I can search for the Three Little Pigs story, Three Little Pigs lyrics or script, text, whatever it is, so you can find somewhere that has the story, read through it, make sure it's the one you want. Or if you're making your own, you're going to type it up. You're going to start by creating a Google Doc. You're going to go to your Google Classroom, go to the folder for this class and your grade and GMS folder, and you're going to make a new document, title it whatever it is that your story is, and then you're going to paste your text. So I just copied it from the website, wherever I found it, and then I pasted it. And then here is where we're going to start planning your story. So you need to think about the end result. What is it going to look like when you present it, your slides, the images you're going to put on there, how you're going to narrate it, all that kind of stuff. So to start with, I'm going to number this. So I take the whole thing, I go Control A, that selects all the text of my whole document. So I've got the whole thing selected. And then I am going to go up top here where it shows the little numbers here, numbering list. I'm going to turn that on. So that numbers, wherever I have a break, a return, it makes a number there. So I'm going to use that as my breaks for my slide. So I'm going to say, okay, the first slide is going to have my title on it, second slide, and I read what it's going to be on the second slide. Now, this isn't going to be text that I'm going to put on the slide necessarily. It's probably too much text. Kids aren't going to want to read this. We're thinking about kindergartners, preschoolers, maybe first graders, little kids. Well, my grandkids, when they sit down, they watch this, they want to see animation, they want to see images. They don't want to see a bunch of words. They want to hear you animate it and get excited about it. So I say, once upon a time, there was an old mother pig with three little pigs and not enough food to feed them. So when they were old enough, she sent them out to the world to seek their fortunes. Well, I think that's too much to put on one slide, too many images. So I'm going to break that. I'm going to say just a mother, so a picture of a mama pig and baby pigs, and maybe a table that has some food on it, empty plates, so I can break it there. So I put my cursor there in the middle there before the so, and I hit enter. So that breaks it. So all of this is going to be on one slide. And then the next slide, I'm going to have another image. Little pigs, they send them out in the world to seek their fortune. So it's got three little pigs with a little knapsack, a little straw, those sticks sticking over their shoulder with a bag hanging off of it, like kids when they run away from home, old school. So find a picture like that has them walking away. And then the next slide. First little pig was very lazy, didn't want to work at all, but he built his house out of straw. Second little pig worked a little harder, and somewhat lazy too, built out of sticks. Then they sang songs, danced around. Well, that's a lot of stuff to have on one slide. So I'm going to break that up for sure. So first little pig's lazy, built it out of straw. That's good for one slide. I can have a little lazy pig, maybe a straw house, him sitting on a hammock or something. So I can put my cursor there and hit enter, so that breaks it. So the next slide, we'll have another pig built out of sticks. So I made a stick house, and then have him sitting, maybe on a lawn chair, drinking a little cup with a straw out of it or something. And then I'll hit an enter there. And then they sang and danced, so I can have another slide with them two pigs dancing around and singing. And the third little pig, and so on. So I'm going to go through all of this, and I'm going to find spots that I want to break it up in multiple slides. And other spots, like maybe this here, little pig, let me in. Well, that's not going to be on multiple slides. That's going to be on the same slide. So I can delete that stuff and put it all in one slide. Get rid of the number 11 there, delete that. So now that's all in one slide. So that's him, the wolf, saying that. And then I can go down, same thing. So there's different ones that I can start combining. So you're making an outline here for your story that it's going to be the slides that you're going to read. And this narration is what you're going to print out, and you're going to have it so you can read it while you're recording yourself doing the presentation. So that's how we're making an outline.